Hi, this is theciaellis, and welcome to Grandma's Homestead. And I've got a mess on the front porch here. Love dogs sometimes. I've got them riled up. It's my fault. And I'll explain that to you here in a few minutes. But this is the Homestead update episode. I was going to make a separate, excuse me, I'm kind of wowing myself this morning. All right, I was going to make a separate video. It's called Catch Me If You Can, because I got a lot of catching I got to do today, and I just did some, and that's the reason I'm a little bit wound up. But we'll start from the beginning like we always do. Oh, sound like my other two pigs are kind of not getting along either. It's been a morning. Let's get started. Okay, we bought this green stock planter. Guys, you've got to get yourself a green stock planter. And I don't even have a link in the show notes. I don't have an affiliate thing or anything. I bought this last fall. I think last week or last time we had it set up with just 3 tiers. But then we found a nursery that we had some plants that we really like. So we've got some flowers, and I love these flowers. And we've got some strawberries, and I've got some herbs. And this is just beautiful. And it goes all the way around. Of course, I try to rotate a little bit and stuff too, but that's just beautiful. And my daughter-in-law gave me an orchid for Mother's Day. And Kinsey was real sweet and repotted it for me. And I'm trying to remember, this is a different herb. I think this is a mint. Yeah, this is a peppermint. So we bought that at that thing too. And no, I have still not got my comfrey transplanted. Am I not terrible? But this is beautiful. I just admire it every time I come through here. My wild blackberries are coming along. Here's a nice big bush here. So, yeah, the blooms are falling off, and the berries are on and looking good. So I've got even more. This place is just covered with wild blackberries and the thorns that come with them. This was my first big peach tree, and I wasn't going to show anything on it, but I've actually got a peach that I didn't think I had any. And honestly, I don't see. Oh no, here's another one here. So we do have a few peaches. Now we'll have to see as they ripen or get bigger, if we can get them before the birds do. It's one of my other trees. This is one I was looking at the last time I did the update, and had some of them that said this is another one that's already started turning. Even this little bitty teeny one has started turning. This one has a few more peaches on it, but not a whole lot, honestly. And as the pears get a little bigger, I'm actually seeing more pears on my pear tree. You can see them throughout. Some of them are really high. I'm okay with that. But yep. I'm starting to see a few pears. We might have a pretty decent pear harvest this year. We'll have to see. But at least I can see them now and know that they actually happened. Looks like my sumacs have some, like a worm damage to them or something, but you can actually see some of the berries there, I think. I don't know what that is, because berries I remember seeing are a lot smaller. I don't know what's going on there. But there are a lot of little berries, so maybe this is what it's supposed to look. This is the first year I've actually started paying attention. That is the reason I'm showing you this year what's going on with the sumac. And these are the ones that when you process them in the fall, they taste like lemonade. And no, they are not the poisonous ones. I'm wading through tall grass as usual. It's been rainy. It's cloudy today. The wind is actually from the north, so it's not a bad wind though. I'm over here by the plum tree looking for. See if I can find some plums now. It took a minute, but I actually did find one. I'm sure there's more in there, but there aren't very many. And that's interesting. Oh look, I'm all the way down here in the orchard. And Sydney has decided to come and visit. Interesting. I took several roosters, I think 2 of them from my breast birds. Maybe, yeah, 2, maybe 3. I took 3 of them. And I took 4 roosters out of this to try to normalize this flock a little bit. And I think normalize is not the proper word, but all the roosters except one are gone here. I was going to keep an extra one, but I don't have anything for it. I didn't have any really place to put it. My goodness, the turkeys are wound up. And I have fewer turkeys now. I was going to take that pretty gray one and have her processed, but a man came and wanted to buy her. That was kind of interesting because one of my friends called and says, do you have any turkeys for sale? And I'm going, yeah, actually I do. And so when him and his wife came by, it was an elderly couple, and I guess she has some pretty serious illness or something, and the turkeys they had gotten eaten except for the tom, and they were wanting some friends for the tom. So they actually bought my gray turkey and one of my black slate turkeys, so I'm down to 2 hens and 1 tom down. I'm okay with that. All right, yes, everything needs to be weeded. Everything always needs to be weeded or mowed or something. But my tomato plants of what we got planted in the garden are actually kind of looking good. We got a few tomato plants coming down through here, and then this is some of this is some of the stuff that I planted from seed, and then Tom transplanted it. I don't remember. They've got some things on them, and oh yeah, and I've got peas. Yeah, I've got several pea blossoms, and that looks cool. And there goes the cat again. So I may start having some peas pretty soon. That's cool. These are the ones that I bought. See, they made little bitty heads though. So I went ahead and cut the heads off of some of them. But it looks like I need to come out here and do some more. And they'll do some side shoots, but they really didn't do as much as I thought they would. These are the broccoli, and I got cauliflower somewhere in here, and cabbage. So I've been harvesting the broccoli. One of my birds is out. These are my Cornish cross. Guess I better get her back in. Yeah, her back in here with the rest of them. I got several of them out. I guess I better go lower the wheels. Golly. All right, safe and sound. These guys are getting caught tonight. This was going to be part of my Catch Me If You Can video, but actually kind of what Nixie's idea was, I've got a doubleheader of a softball game tonight, and I was going to catch them after I got home, and you know, it was going to be in the dark, I guess, but Tom said he's going to stay home from the games and he's going to catch them for me. So if I'm not here to video it, there won't be anything Catch Me If You Can on here either. So honestly, that's cool, because I got to get up real early in the morning and take all those birds up to Kansas in the morning and get them processed. All right, so I've got 3 breast hens here and 1 rooster. The lady who processed the other rooster said that they actually looked pretty good. They did have more meat on them and stuff, but I don't know than the regular roosters that I had taken up there. I'm still not, I mean, if it comes down to brass tacks and I gotta have something to eat, okay, yeah, I'm gonna eat these birds without a problem. I have not been, I understand that they're early on in their laying, but I've not seen a whole lot of change in the size of the eggs. The eggs are quite small, and maybe they'll get somewhat bigger. Maybe they need to get a lot bigger, honestly. So, yeah, the rooster looks pretty good, I guess. The hens obviously are smaller, but I don't want them for meat necessarily anyway. I don't know. We haven't eaten one yet. Like I said, if it comes down to if we actually go into depression, I've got to take care of my own meat birds and not get the Cornish cross, I will do this. But I'm not sure that it's an option that I would go with on a regular basis. I mean, there are too many other varieties that do pretty much the same thing. Think about what the size of a black copper Marin rooster gets, and several other roosters. They get pretty big, and even the hens get pretty big too. My cat and my dog. I don't know about my animals sometimes. All right, and these are my apple trees that I had planted from seed, and they didn't get a lot of blossoms in the first place, and I have yet to see apples. I'm looking, but I'm not really seeing anything, so it makes me kind of wonder what's going on with them this year. Yeah, I'm so ignorant of all this stuff, so I try to observe and record, and maybe I'll learn something from it. Yeah, this is why Sydney usually stays in the house, because Mopar, the outside belongs to him. Yep, lovely. All right, I'm getting garlic scapes, and if you hear cat fight in the background, that's what's going on. They run off, but I can still hear them occasionally. But my garlic's looking pretty good. It looks like some parts of it are getting ready where it won't be too much longer before they're going to be ready to harvest. I'll just keep a closer eye on them too. But I need to come out here and get some of these garlic. Well, those are not quite what I want yet, so I won't get them yet. These grapes are still little. Let's find some more down here. See, there's a, kind of give you a perspective. Here's my hand, and this is a cluster of grapes. This one's got a nice mess of grapes, but see how small the worms are on it? Well, there's a lot on it though. The trick is to see how they last from this cooler weather and cooler wet weather to the hot dry that soon comes after it. So we'll have to see. They're looking pretty decent though, getting some more buds on them too. This rain has been good for them. And it's been a good kind of rain. kind of slow and steady. A lot of people around us have had tornadoes and pretty wicked thunderstorms, but most of our stuff has been just pretty mild and just good rain. Yes, I need to, I do a little bit of weeding, but obviously not enough. I'm looking for asparagus. I've got one that I need to trim down, but I'm not seeing any ones that need to be harvested necessarily. So that's interesting to know. And it might be time for them to slow down too. Seems like Memorial Day around thereabouts is when you're supposed to quit starting harvesting them, letting them do their thing. It was nice to have them while we did. I'd like to expand this though, but since I can't keep track of what I've already got, expansion is kind of a moot point. But this first row of grapes is kind of looking pretty good. And Daisy's doing good. Excuse me. Daisy's doing real good. She can actually jump over things and run out to get her food. And you can tell by looking at her, she likes her food. And they've just eaten, so she's fine. Oscar, it pains me. It seriously pains me. I guess we're going to go ahead and get him processed. He's suffering. He's not having a good life. I've tried to do stuff for him. I've tried different things. He can't hardly stand up. We have to coax him to get up. Right now, basically, I'm making sure he has water and stuff, but I'm getting where I put the food in front of him, yeah. It breaks my heart. It really does. But yeah, we're gonna get Oscar processed and figure out how to do another boar. And here are 8 of the piglets, and I'll show you the one I caught here in a few minutes. And these guys are darling, just as cute as they can be. And 4 of the whites piglets are girls. I was going to get the white male castrated today, and I've decided at the last minute not to do it. I think 1 or 2 of the little spotted ones are girls, and no, I think I had 3 boys that are spotted and just 1 girl that was spotted, which I was kind of bummed about because I think the spotted ones are just so cute. But yeah, part of the reason we were so wound up is me catching this little one, and I'll show them to you. I had to close the door. Oh, and this is Yoda. I actually even named him. He's the only one I caught, and it was such a mess to catch him. I mean, it was easy to catch, but you know, Waddles is a good mom, and she was coming after me, and he was squealing. I was nerve-wracked. I had to throw the dogs into the house. So we're on our way now. Let me close this. Okay, so we're on our way down now to the high school. The ag teacher has agreed to castrate Yoda for me. Oh, this is so hard. Ooh, this is hard. And he's gonna show me, help me tag, or you know, we'll get Yoda tagged, and then kind of give me a little bit of science behind the tagging and how to help me keep up with my bookwork on that. So that's where we're going now.
Not ear notching him. Every day. Okay. Wait just a second.
Jared, why are you
Move this hand.
why are you smiling like that?
Okay.
Is it because it's cooler that they're up today?
No, I'm just making. I thought he looked like he was ruptured. I don't think
Oh
so.
no.
All right, alcohol.
Hi. I'm sorry, guys.
No, you're fine. Go grab her a blue button. Go grab her a blue back. A blue back.
The round part. There you go, dear. Can we just leave this on it? I've never done. I'm not familiar with this at all. And your blood's not gonna hurt.
So take this part off.
Oh, so you do take it off?
There.
Jared's next. Jared's next. Where's Jared? You're next. You're next.
Whoops. He's having such a rough day.
Now he's gonna get his ear stabbed.
And then all you do is just like getting your ears pierced.
Tag it.
Try not to hit a vein.
Oh, I'm glad you remember that. Okay. I used to do ear piercing for a living.
Just like that. That's it.
All right. Thank you so much. Poor little Yoda. I'm going to keep him in here a little bit. As you can see, he's still bleeding a little bit. And he just had a rough morning. He's tagged. I got some food and water. I'm going to keep him in the car. Mr. Jenkins was real sweet and gave me some more peppers and tomato plants. And yeah, my number 1 piglet, Blue 001. He's tagged now, and I'll keep him. Keep records on him. Yeah. On a much lighter note, I got a mess of ducklings that I just put them out here this morning because you know how messy ducks are. So we got the food and water. It looks like they've already gone through all that water. My goodness. Okay, I'll give them some more water here in a few minutes. It's only been an hour or 2. Golly. But we got these ducklings, and I had another one. This was a really late hatcher, and he's struggling a little bit. He's doing pretty good, but then you can tell by looking at him, he got cold and wet this morning. You can see them through the red light. So I ended up putting him back underneath the rooter with a light, because they didn't need a light before, because they could all huddle. But he was struggling out there. But he's lonesome because he's all by himself. But at least he's warm again. You can tell he's warm again. And my next batch of duck eggs, I started them yesterday. So we're cooking. So that's all I've got for you today. This is kind of just a farm update. I'm kind of struggling with this pig thing. You know, it's kind of funny because, like I said, all those Cornish crosses, we're loading them up tonight, or Tom is. One or two. They're getting loaded up tonight, and I'll be taking them to Kansas first thing in the morning. So it's kind of funny because I process birds and it doesn't bother me and stuff, but I don't know. These piglets has been, I guess, because, well, for one thing, they're just darling. They're cute as they can be. But I don't know. The whole thing's been a little bit stressful for me, and I'm struggling with it, I won't lie. But you know what? That's farm life, I guess. That's what I guess you kind of need to know. But as you can see, I've got a lot going on around here, and it's been rainy, and I have to admit it's kind of nice. It's cloudy this morning. The sun's supposed to come out this afternoon, and that's good because we've got a doubleheader softball game tonight, and I'll be videoing that. I don't put those on. I upload them to YouTube, but I don't put them out because there's other kids in them, and so I just make them private, and I send them to family members, the videos to family members, but I do record them just in case we need the footage for something someday. So, you know what? I don't know what makes you happy. I don't know what you need to do to get you up off the couch, out of the recliner, out of the house even. I don't know what you need to do that, and you need to figure it out. But whatever it is, live until you die. This is all we've got, guys. I know I say this every time, but I really mean it. You know, even if it's on stressful days like today, you still got to live. God bless, guys. I'll see you next time.